everyone. Welcome to an all-new episode of Lisa Ann's Backstage Convos. I am here at Sapphire 39 with you and with a beautiful new friend that I'm just meeting for the first time, who I'm going to thoroughly introduce you to right now. Our girl right here, Sasha Pearl. How are you, love? Thank you for being here with us.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's so nice to meet you, and it's exciting for me when I get to meet someone that's in this space and is loving every minute of it. So let's start from the jump. How did you choose the name Sasha Pearl?
The name, when I first started in the sex industry, I was a dancer, and I used to dance by my real name. And an old dancer named Magic, she picked the name Sasha for me. She was like, "You look like a Sasha." And then when I started doing movies, they were like, "Oh, you need like two names." So my birth month is June, and the stone is Pearl. So I was like, okay, just do Sasha Pearl.
Did you pick up on that? Birth month is June, and the birthstone is Pearl, which means you have a birthday coming up. Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any big plans?
I'm going to Spain.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah.
How long will you get to be gone for?
10 days.
Vacation, no work.
Part work, part vacation.
Okay, so you're going to parlay a little bit of both. I like how you think there. So Sasha Pearl, we're sitting here. You're getting ready to do a feature gig. How often do you feature dance?
Once every 4 months right now. I'm hoping to be more, but we'll see.
Because you started dancing, so I'm sure you miss it.
I love it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's like when you're in the clubs more, you get to hear all the new music. You get to hear a lot of different music. It's just a whole, and it almost seems easier to do regularly than once in a while.
Yeah, I do miss it. I like the dancing on the stage mainly. The tease.
So you started dancing, but what got you in front of the camera doing movies?
Okay, so my life has been kind of different. I've been in the U.S. for 15 years, and my family are very conservative, and I've been kind of in the closet about dancing, and just when they come, I don't work, and I was living a lie, so I wanted to do something that was outrageous and kind of will kind of stand up for that, like my act would be like something that would stand up for them, you know, and I just was like, okay, what is it? And I started doing OnlyFans in the beginning, but I've just felt it was saturated, and I was at a point where I really don't care. I don't care what I want to be. Like if somebody Googles me and finds me all nude, I don't care. And then that was mainstream, and I just.
How did you tell your family?
I didn't.
So they found out from seeing stuff out there?
No, I don't know, honestly. In July, when I started in April and I kept lying, I was shooting. It was very hard to maintain the lie. They're very, I get really scared from them just because of how I was raised. So it was very hard to actually tell them. So what I told my dad, I was like, I'm just not happy to live under your umbrella. So I need space. And I haven't spoken to them since, but my siblings know, so I assume they know.
Okay.
But I'm gonna face these demons in the future.
It's a really tough conversation to have, you know, and at the same time, not having it makes you feel guilty because you're carrying on this lie. But at the same time, if you don't do what you want to do, you're living a lie because you're living a life you don't want to live.
Yeah.
So it's how we express ourselves. And sometimes it just takes putting it out there and living your life as you are, still having a beautiful home life, still being present in the things that you like to do. And sometimes we have to prove to the people in our life, like, this isn't going to have a negative effect on me. Like, this is what I want to do, and this is how I want to do it. And eventually they come around and they realize, for sure. And your family, I'm glad that your siblings know, because at least you could talk with them.
Yeah, my brother has been trying to make me quit, and my sister she's always supportive. I've always been rebellious. Even how I moved to the U.S., I met an army man on the internet, and I was like, I want to marry him. And my parents.
You did some 90-day fiance shit.
Kind of like
yes,
that, yeah. It was kind of at the time there was the movie The Princess and the Marine. There was a Bahraini princess, and I was it was like my Romeo and Juliet story, but it didn't end up good. But it's fine.
You're not with him anymore.
No.
But it got you to move.
Yeah.
And this was your start in the US, which is a huge and very brave move. You know, for some people, just moving, I know for me, I moved from Pennsylvania to California and I was scared because you're away from, you leave everybody you know. You moved to another piece of earth on the globe. Like you are far from your family. That's a big, brave move. And that meant you really wanted to push your limits and see what the US is really all about.
Yeah, I mean, I moved from Saudi Arabia, so it was back before, like in 2018, they just started having females drive, but I lived back when it was very strict. So I couldn't wait to just be able, the first thing I did was wear spaghetti straps and walk on the streets because I wasn't able to do that, but it was nice.
And most people don't know what that freedom feels like, what it's like to go somewhere and not have to wear your garb. Like that is a big thing. Having your hair color covered, having yourself covered at all times. This is now you're expressing your true self, Sasha. So that's what this business has opened up for you. So what was it like the very first time? Shooting OnlyFans feels so different than being on an actual set. What was it like your very first time on set? And what can you tell me you remember about it?
I remember everything. I was very excited. They did a little interview. It was with Tyler Nixon.
Yep.
And I've already like seen him, and it was like so nice to actually shoot with him. It was 2 hours, I think, of like straight sex. It was nice.
And it was amazing.
When it was finished, I was like, I really do. That's it. I get to go home. I didn't want it to end, so it was fun.
And since then, that first scene, how many scenes have you shot, Sasha?
I think I'm at 60 now.
Okay.
Or something like that. Yeah.
All right. So you've seen good and bad. You've had good days and bad
I
days.
honestly didn't have any bad days.
Not yet?
Maybe the bad day was just, can I say whatever?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So when I did my anal scene, I didn't know how to prep properly.
Okay.
And that was exhausting.
Stressful. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I felt so bad for the actor and the directors. But my second scene, I figured it out. So
Yeah, it takes time. And you got to be talking to other girls about it and all of those things. And so you've started doing scenes. Of course, you're going to want to go out on the road more and now meet your fans. How much time do you spend engaging with your fans when you're not on the road, let's say in the DM on your OnlyFans?
I think like all the time.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
like
global.
it.
You can be like bored at 3:00 in the morning and be talking to somebody in Australia. It's daytime for them.
And I never had social media before.
Sure, of course. Where you grew up, you didn't have that.
And I wasn't like allowed. If I used to have like Facebook back in like the early 2000s, and my aunt would call my mom and be like, "What is your daughter posting?" So I never had it. And then when I started and now I'm on the internet, I love it. It's just I don't have to censor something. I don't have to make a block list and pick my family members. It's like really fun.
Yeah, and also it's the power of being able to communicate with people all over the world whenever. And also for you, has it been surprising how many fans you already have, Sasha?
Kind of, yes. I was like, wow, people actually like me. So
You're
it's
beautiful.
nice. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You have a great energy and vibration. You smile. How can people not love you from the second they see you?
Thank you. It's actually been a really good week because I was like ranked 4,000 on Pornhub and then 2,000. And then I jumped this week to 360, which is like,
Damn. You've had some good work coming out, that scenes that are really popping off. I mean, that is so good for your branding, for you to be meeting more people when you feature dance. Do you plan on doing trade shows like Exoticas, or do you do AVN every year?
I went to my first AVN this year. I was so starstruck. I had dinner with Stormy Daniels, and my friend was like, "Sasha, you're so chatty. Why are you quiet?" And I was like, I don't know what to say. So that's fun. I met a lot of really cool people, but I was very shy to ask for pictures because I was like, they probably get asked a million times. So,
But that's okay, because you're going to go back again this coming year.
I hope
And
so, yeah.
you will be more comfortable. Everyone will remember you, and you'll be taking a ton of photos.
Thank you.
So what is it that you look forward to the most when you get one of these gigs and you get to come, like tonight, here at Sapphire to feature dance?
Honestly, the dress up. I spend a lot of time doing my own like outfits, and it's different from when I used to dance because now I get to actually like design what I like my show, and I started doing a little like my first song I belly dance, and then I start doing like my exotic routine, and then I like strip. So I love that I'm able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you get more time on stage when you're the feature.
Yes.
And you can take it a bit slower, and you want to have an actual show. You want to stand out from everyone else that's just working at the club.
I've been watching other girls' featured shows, and they all seem to have like a rhythm or a theme.
A
like,
theme.
They have like a cowboy stuff, and I was like, well, nobody does belly dancing. I'm Arabic, so let's do that.
Yeah, I mean,
And
that's
people like
perfect,
it.
really, to tie in with who you authentically are.
So it's pretty cool.
So you love the styling of it. I love that too. And that probably plays a role in you working with your OnlyFans because you're setting up your solos. What do you do the most on your OnlyFans?
Honestly, I've been just doing a lot of boy girl because I've had so I started the industry kind of being a fan. So there's like some people that I'm like I have to have them. So that's kind of been my thing right now. But and I did some solos. But I think what I'm gonna do when I go home now is kind of see what the fans really like more because I've kind of been not ignoring them, but ignoring them because I've been doing things that I like because I have like this like checklist of things that I want to accomplish. And now that I've done everything that I want to do for now, I'm like, okay, let's see what the feedback is like. So
You can always put a poll out, right?
I have not done those yet.
Yeah, you could do a poll on your OnlyFans. Like, what do you guys want to see? Believe it or not, some of the guys might want to see you do a striptease show because maybe they don't live in a place where they can come close to a Sapphire, one of the clubs you feature. Some of them might want a solo. Of course, they're going to want feet because, you know, that's a big thing in OnlyFans. But you could do a poll and then you could do a live stream and say, okay, this is the order that I'm going to do these in because these were the results on the poll.
Yeah. Thank you for the.
Yeah,
for that.
because, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a
then
good
you really
tip.
start to pull everybody in.
Yeah. I'm excited. I
What are
love this.
your goals long term in this space?
Become a legend like you. Like, so people will be like, yeah, I know this girl. You know, just also inspiring girls from back home that they really don't have to. They don't have to do what I'm doing, but they don't have to say yes. They can stand up for themselves, and it's actually happening. Like I see a lot of girls that message me. They're like, "I live in Saudi Arabia too. I have the same story like you. Thank you. You inspire me." Blah blah blah. And I don't know. Things are changing over there, so hopefully maybe 20, 30 years from now, things over there are kind of close to here. So it's kind of it's to me it's not just about the sex and the glamour.
It's the message.
Yeah, it's just to really like just to inspire girls to be
The
like,
message for you that's so personal from how you grew up, from what you live, from what you're still experiencing with your family, to know that somebody has a direct link. They can hit you up on your IG at Sasha Pearl 23, by the way, and they can make sure that they get that response. It's really important. That's a positive thing. You've traveled the world. You've traveled more than many people. When you came to the U.S., I'm always curious. Somebody comes here for the first time. What did you want to see first in the United States? And what did you like the most that surprised you? Like maybe somewhere you didn't expect you would love, but you were like, oh my God, this is awesome.
I've wanted to actually in New York, Times Square, because I used to watch TRL on MTV.
Of course, we all did.
And I wanted to see that.
Yep.
And what surprised me was everything here is so big and spaced out. Because I used to go to Europe a lot, and it's very like small.
Sure.
And here everything is spaced out, huge. Walmart. I fell in love with Walmart. It's like I can get my grocery. The drugstores here are so different than.
Oh my gosh. When my girlfriend Tara, who now lives in Italy, comes here, the first thing she wants to do is like go to like CVS and
so
just
great.
walk around because she's like, there's so much stuff.
There's
Stuff.
options. I would
Yes.
say that's what I love about here. Options.
Yeah, there's definitely more of a minimalistic approach in Europe. People don't have as much stuff. They don't buy at a big store.
I don't
There's
think
no like
they-
Sam's. They don't have the storage. They don't have the
Yeah.
fridge size, right? But everyone that comes here says like Walmart's mind blowing.
I love it here. I love how everything is so big, spacious. There's options. You don't have to just pick one brand of like water. There's 20 brands you can pick from. I love it because it's a free market.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it great.
And New York, of course, you wanted to see it. And you live in Kansas, which is really kind of off the beaten path place for someone to live that comes here from another country. What's it like living where people are? I mean, Kansas would kind of be back not as advanced as New York City, right? A little bit slower of a pace. Things probably close a bit earlier. You're not going out for a full-blown meal at midnight in Kansas. What's it like there for you?
It's very peaceful, very quiet. It's flat, so there's nothing really to go. There's no views. It's like prairies.
Yep.
But yeah, I like the people. The people are very nice and kind. They keep to themselves. And also, it's very cheap, so I can afford to travel more. So that's
Yeah,
what I
because when
like.
you live somewhere that's more expensive, you feel guilty leaving your place all the time and going to travel.
And there's no temptation, honestly. Like there's no show, like showing close by that I really want to, or a new restaurant that I want to try. It's just the same old stuff all the time,
Which is kind of nice, right?
yeah. Especially when I do like live stream and like when I want to connect with my fans. It's really cool because I'm very like I get easily distracted. So if I'm in a big city and people will be like, "Hey, there's this, let's go out," I probably would be all over the place.
So you stick to your schedule when you're in Kansas for your
yes.
fans. What do you like to do on your downtime when you're there? Or do you prefer to travel when you have your free time, Sasha?
Well, I do prefer to travel, but I like to go to the gym. I take pole classes. I take belly dance classes. I kind of I like going out for walks. We have great parks there. So I write. So hopefully one day I'll write like my story.
I'm hoping that you are. One of the questions I was going to ask you was, are you journaling the experiences that you're having right now? Because you could very easily write a book.
I have great stuff too.
Yeah,
And it's
good.
funny, sometimes I'm like, this stuff is not even real. Like my ex-husband that brought me here in the
Okay.
U.S., he got arrested at the airport in Guam because he was for a terrorist attack. Yeah, he was, and I was like, I knew it. He was not a good person because he was abusive to me. But yeah, so I looked it up and I was like, this to write a book. I was like, I can't even make this stuff up. It's
That's
funny.
amazing. That's a great twist.
Yeah, so I have like a lot of material.
You got to keep writing. But I love that. Going to the gym, it's really healthy, and walks. Like, it's one of the things I really enjoy about living in the city is endless walking.
Yes.
And you just don't have to have a plan. You just go out and get some good exercise. It's just so grounding. And then you get back to your, I'm going to be in my messages on OnlyFans.
Yes.
So what can your fans expect to see when you feature belly dancing? Do you bring merch to sell after your shows? You take pictures? You do dances?
I didn't know I should sell the merch. I just brought it to give it away.
Oh, well, you can do both. You can give some away, but you do dances?
I do, yeah. And I did get merch. I have bags. I have like posters.
Hell yeah, you should sell that stuff. I mean, you can give some stuff away, but like, if you come in to see her at Sapphire, she'll give you some stuff away, but I want her to be a businesswoman as well. Don't judge, right? A little bit of both.
Yeah, usually people that tip me, that come in the back to tip me for dances, then I'll be giving them.
That's exactly what I would do. Like, thank you so much. Here's your, thank you
Little
present
goodie.
for doing this. I appreciate you so much.
Because I love free goodies. Like, I like to go. So I think, I wouldn't not just like, but if they come, actually, there's a person that last time came and brought me a present. So that was really nice. I wasn't expecting that.
It is nice. Fans bring gifts. It's really, really sweet. And there's some things you hold on to forever. I just got a really cool gift from a fan. We both love to read. And he found this little leather bookmarker and it's got a magnet and it just kind of goes around and it has my initials on it. I'm like, okay, that is a really unique gift. It's only like this big. He's like, I got myself one. I had to get you one. I was like, oh, yeah. So they get to know us so well because of what we like to do.
Yeah.
And for you, how many movies do you think you'll shoot this year? You'll keep doing scenes, or will you focus more on feature dancing and your OnlyFans? And please tell me that you will go to Exoticas because I know you're going to love meeting your fans. It's a great way to meet the other girls at the shows. Sapphire does a booth in November, so even if you just want to be there at the Jersey show, right? We've got a lot of options.
I probably will be shooting more. I don't know. I just shot last month. I shot, I think, 8 movies.
For what companies?
I shot for Bang Bros twice. I shot for Bang for the first time. And I shot with Alex Adams.
Nice.
I keep track. I have a list, but I can't remember off
And
of
the thing is,
top
you
of
never
my
know
head.
when they're coming out. And something will
Usually
pop
take
up. You're like,
about-
oh, that scene is out. Okay,
I
great.
forget about them, and then
course.
and Naughty America, that one came out. So and then I shot for Hookup Hot Shot.
Okay.
Also. Yeah, last time I went to Miami, then LA. So I'm thinking about going back to LA maybe August.
And then you'll do the LA, maybe Vegas, whoever's shooting out there,
Yeah.
right? And then the East Coast is all in Miami.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is having balance, right? Knowing that you're going to be shooting for your OnlyFans. Do you ever do live streams? You do live streams on
Yeah.
So you'll be doing that kind of stuff when you're home. But then when you're shooting, it's hard to do that stuff in the evening because you're kind of tired and you want to eat and relax. Do you cook?
Sometimes gourmet kind
Oh.
of gourmet cook.
Okay, tell us what you make.
Just whichever. Like I just use ingredients that I have. I know how to do some Egyptian dishes. I just did like some stuffed vegetables. I really like it. Also, I
Nice.
think Romanian food is kind of close to like Mediterranean food is
Yeah,
all
yeah.
close. But yeah, I like looking up recipes and making it. I do like cooking. So
That, you know what? Let me tell you something. You do that topless on your OnlyFans. It's a whole nother thing. Just
okay.
keep the camera on you. You know, they want to see us cooking and doing all the things that we do just with no top on.
okay, thank you.
And you got that.
I got a lot of good ideas.
Good idea. We're going to
Thank
stay
you.
connected. Don't worry. Sasha Pearl, where can everybody find you? What's the address to your OnlyFans?
Sasha Pearl 23 on all platforms.
On all platforms. Why 23? Is it
I
Michael
started
Jordan?
I started in 23.
Okay, gosh. I was thinking it was Michael Jordan thing.
And that's
you know
what
I
I
mean?
found out after, and I was like, well, it's perfect. It works out.
Because you would like to be the Michael Jordan of porn one day, wouldn't you?
I would only hope so, yeah.
Only hope so. I only hope that for you. Everyone can follow Sasha Pearl on all platforms at Sasha Pearl 23. Just check out the OnlyFans. Check out on IG and make sure you visit Sapphire when Sasha is featuring. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. Don't forget, everybody, all 3 locations in New York City has my wine, Lisa by Lisa, and both the red Norella Mascalaise and the white Grillo. Come and check it out. I will be in to have a glass of wine with you soon. You're going to visit Vegas. You're definitely going to the Sapphire out there. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. We'll see you there. Thanks for joining for an all-new episode of Lisa Ann's Backstage Convos.